This video is sponsored by GlassesUSA.com. More about them later on in the video. Okay, 1 second. I'm getting my coffee. Okay, hold on. Let's sit down. Hi guys, welcome back. We have a really fun manga haul. Let's dive into it. You guys ever have those months where you end up spending a little more money on manga than you thought you were gonna spend? Yeah, that happened this month. And now the first series here that I'm going to show you, and I'm actually so excited to be collecting this, but you guys, I have volumes 26 and 27 of D. Gray Man. D. Gray Man, let's talk about it. I remember watching the first episode of the anime and absolutely loving it. I love the art within the series. I love how it takes place sort of like in, I believe it's the 19th century. Like it's a while ago, you can clearly tell, but there's this aesthetic to it that I very much enjoy. If you've never heard of D. Gray Man, it's a little bit of an older shonen. I believe this came out, like 2003, 4, 5, somewhere around then. Very simply put, in the world of D. Gray Man, the monsters that are within the story, we can just call them Akuma. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Now, wherever there are monsters, there's going to be a society that hunts said monsters, and in this story, we call that organization the Black Order. Now, the Black Order has been doing this for like a long time, so we're gonna fast forward into time to the beginning of this story where our main character, Alan Walker, gets sent to the Black Order. Maybe it's just me, but I enjoyed the setting, the art style, and the supporting cast of characters that our lead character is going to interact with. I just enjoyed the vibe of D. Gray Man. Just want to take a quick second here to welcome all of the new folks coming on into the channel. Hi, I'm BoogieSnacks, but you can go ahead and call me Boogie. We might actually hit my goal of 20,000 subscribers this year, which is crazy. Like, what? It really means a lot when you guys are hitting that like button, and if you're new around here, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button so that you don't miss a video. Wait. Now, I know there's a lot of hype on Chainsaw Man, so let me direct you to the author of Chainsaw Man's new manga, Look Back, by Tatsuki Fujimoto. The base premise is we have two female leads, but they have drastically different personalities, like complete opposite ends of the spectrum. So the main story is about these two girls that are really coming together over their love of drawing manga in a small town. I'm very much looking forward to jumping into this one. It looks like it's going to be an emotional ride. I've heard it's good from several people that I know in real life, so... Okay, so coming on next is volume 9 of Mason Ikoku. Now, I honestly forget how many volumes there are going to be of these wonderful collector's editions put out by Viz of Mason Ikoku. I believe there's going to be 12. Someone can let me know down below in the comments. Now, I've talked about Mason Ikoku quite a lot on this channel, so we're quickly going to move forward here. But if you're looking for a good rom-com where there is a good amount of like emotional maturity in the storytelling, and you're looking for some well-rounded characters, the art, of course, Rumiko Takahashi, it's charming, it's cozy, but yet it's very expressive, and the writing is just, it's so good. I think you're really gonna find this a charming read. It does cover some dark stuff. Don't let the rom-com genre sort of deter you from like the heavy undertones within this series, all right? But let's quickly move on. I like the package. It says, happy to see you, because, well, it's glasses. You guys get it. Now, if you've never heard of GlassesUSA.com, what they're doing is essentially cutting out the middleman by offering over 10,000 prescription glasses and sunglasses on their website. Now, while shopping over on their website, this was the first pair of glasses that I selected, and I fell in love with them the second that I saw them. It gave me like library, bookstore vibes. I immediately just threw them in the cart. Now, along with free shipping, GlassesUSA.com also offers 100% money back guarantee within 14 days, and yes, that includes the return shipping. Now, if you're like me and spend all day inside staring at screens, they also have a great collection of blue light blocking glasses. Decisions can be difficult, which is why they have a handy quiz available, which will give you suggestions on frames based off of your face shape and your own personal needs. They also offer up to 25% off all contact lenses brands. But Boogie, I like going to the store and I like to try the glasses on my face. Now the website has a unique solution for this with their virtual try-on tool. When you navigate over to it, all you need to do is upload a picture or take one with your webcam, and it's really handy for choosing the right pair of glasses. Thank you once again to the fine folks over at GlassesUSA.com. I will leave a link not only to their website, which I personally very much recommend their service. I will also leave individual links for all of the glasses that I picked up as well. I'm like literally making coffee, shooting a manga halt, and manga is showing up at my front door. Now, if you are new to the channel, you should know a couple things about me. Number one, I'm addicted to caffeine. I'm what you call caffeine dependent. Number two, I enjoy a slice of life series. And number three, I've really been getting into dystopian genres or dystopian stories. This is a slice of life series that focuses on two young women that are sort of one of the last remaining humans, at least that we know of, on Earth, that are sort of just going throughout their day-to-day, not only just looking for purpose, really, they're really just trying to survive. They're just foraging for equipment, trying to make the best out of their scenario as they're going through the city after basically a worldwide catastrophe, and they're foraging for, like I mentioned, they're foraging for like weapon ammunition, they're foraging for like food, water, a place to take a bath, shelter, you name it. Girls' Last Tour. It's done in this melancholy, sad, depressed, dark state that I just found so interesting as a slice of life. And yes, it is a dystopian genre because, I mean, the whole world is crumbling apart. There's no one there and they're completely alone. Sometimes it's difficult to find food and they're very acutely aware of, like, if they run out of food, how many days left do they have just alive without having to worry about starvation, and water. Fresh water is always a problem to get, and it's eye-opening. I thought it was really well done. Maybe it's because I haven't read all that many slice of life series yet. I have read a few. It's one of my favorite genres, but this one was really well done in my opinion. The Kurosagi Corpse Delivery Service, and the premise of this, really good. This genre would be more in the, I guess, thriller, horror, adventure genre. The base premise is it follows a cast of 5 main characters that are at a Buddhist university. Now, these students, what they've been trained to do at school, they can sort of get in tune with talking to the dead. Specifically, people that have died and that are trapped in their corpses and can't move on to, the afterlife and reincarnation. So that's where we get the name, right? Corpse Delivery Service. Well, they will literally take dead bodies to where they want to rest. There's a parental advisory sticker just flipping through this thing there for a reason. All right, so make sure if you're younger, please just disregard this manga recommendation and ask your parents if this is something appropriate for you. It's here. I finally got the Demon Slayer. Look at this thing. I finally got the Demon Slayer box set. Now, I was on the fence. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I was on the fence of if I was actually gonna get this or not. And you know what? I thought about it, and especially after that movie, after the Mugen Train movie, I was like, man, I'm gonna read it. Okay, so let me put this right here. We're gonna get the nice clean Velcro sound. Let me point the mic down. Ooh, I love that sound. All right, so here we go. First impressions. This looks so good. This is a cool box set, man. This is so aesthetically pleasing. Okay, now you should be seeing nice B-roll of this. I am very much looking forward to this. Now, after the Mugen Train video, the last season of the anime, I'm ready to read this. I don't know at what volume I should start at. Maybe I should just start at volume 1. Maybe I should just start at volume 1. I am interested to know your opinions. What do you think of Demon Slayer? Okay, do you think it's doing good for the community because it's bringing so many people into the community that have maybe would have never watched anime or read manga before? Do you think it's just overhyped and people should be focusing on other series, so on and so forth? Let me know. I think it could be a really interesting discussion down below in the comments section, but either way, I'm going to read it. I will let you know my thoughts and opinions probably over on Twitter. So we've obviously skipped forward in time. I had to take care of some things that popped up, so now we are going to continue the manga haul. It is at night, which is cool. You guys get to see the setup at night now. I actually kind of prefer it. It gives the lights a little more time to shine. Pun intended? This is volume 1 of Hikaru no Go. Now, like I mentioned a second ago, you can go watch one of the vlogs, and you know what? I will link a playlist to all of my vlogs down below in the description box, where I picked up like the vast majority of this series just at once. I found it on a shelf while out filming, but now I'm trying to piece together the series, and this is volume 1. Now, this story is all about the board game Go, not to be confused with shogi. Now, don't get me wrong, it is a shonen, and it is going to have some of those tournament arc shonen tropes, but in this particular manga, I think it executes it very well. I love the art style of that early 2000s. I find it very comforting, very cozy art style. I've always been a sucker for it. I think the main cast of characters are done really well in Hikaru no Go. This whole series was very memorable. I actually encourage you guys to check out the anime before you dive into the manga. If you want to pick up the manga physically, you just can't go to Barnes & Noble and start picking up copies off of the shelf. I mean, maybe at your Barnes & Noble, but definitely not mine. So this would more or less be a series a little more difficult to pick up than something that's just currently publishing, but it's not impossible. I am over the moon about this pickup. This is a slice of life series that holds near and dear to my heart. I bet you a lot of you already know where I'm going with this, but this is volume 7, 9, and 11 of Barakuman. This is a really well done adult slice of life, in my humble opinion. This is the main character. He is a professional calligrapher that sort of escapes the competitive big city life, and he goes to find himself in the country with a very much slowed down lifestyle. Like I said, out in the countryside of Japan. Much like other slice of life series, the magic is in the characters and the setting and what transpires and the connections that happen and how the character has his development throughout the manga or the anime of the story. The thing that I very much enjoy about this manga, while it's not directly about burnout, there are some elements of burnout or imposter syndrome a little bit. It's kind of hard to explain, but there are some heavy topics in here that I resonate with a lot, and I think a lot of you, especially in this moment of time of where we're at and what's happening around the world, yeah, I think a lot of you guys would really dig Barakuman. Please go check it out. You can watch the first season of the anime. I would wait. If you wanted to collect this in its entirety, wait till it comes back in stock. So this next batch of manga, we're going to go through very quickly, all right? I've actually gone over this in my most previous vlog episode, card up above in the upper right-hand corner. You can go ahead and check that video out whenever you have the time, but you guys have already seen the vast majority of this, so I'm going to go through them rather quickly, but I highly recommend you check out that vlog episode. It's really fun. And kicking things off, I got the 4th volume, finally, this next volume of Die Dark. This one, obviously, same mangaka as Dorohedoro. Love Dorohedoro. But if you're looking for a dystopian, mystery, sci-fi, dark series, look no further than Die Dark. I highly recommend this one. Okay, next is Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maiden. This is, I mean, it's wholesome, but there's like some etchiness in it. Now, I'm not complaining, all right? Don't tempt me with a good time. But in all seriousness, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid is a great series. I love the play on office life that one of our main characters goes through. Several of the characters go through within this series. However, I will say for the page count, it is a little pricey. So if you're going to be like me, I am now going to bulk buy the rest of them on sale, probably around Christmas time. If there is a good sale, there probably will be. I don't know. Tumbling down the slice of life path, we have yet another charming series. This is my first volume of Non Non Biyori. I didn't expect to own this series, but I found this random volume at Barnes & Noble, and just seeing it in the wild, I sort of committed to buying the whole series. Has anyone ever done that? This follows a group of girls of varying ages out in the countryside where life is definitely very slow, and it just follows their day-to-day life and their adventures and where they're at in their lives, yet they remain friends in a very, very, very small town. It's wonderful. I highly recommend watching the anime. I've heard that the manga is a little difficult to collect. However, I'm up for the challenge, and I seem to be entering, it's so weird. I'm in my dystopian sci-fi mystery thriller phase, but then I'm also in like this wholesome, very cute, sweet slice of life phase. I have no idea. I don't know what that says about me, but just take that for what it is. Boom. Next, Blackjack. Doesn't this volume pop? I love the color scheme happening here. This is a little bit of an older series. This series is even older than me, and that's saying something because I am old. Story, from my understanding, basically follows a surgeon who solves mysterious, difficult cases. His assistant definitely has a thing for him, so there's going to be some nice banter between there, and it's just going to be a good, wild ride. That this is definitely a classic for a reason. I'm going to read it. I'll let you know my thoughts and opinions over on Twitter, but let me know if you own this, want to read it, or have heard of it down below in the comment section. Oh, by the way, I forgot the question of the day. Yes, I'm in a turtleneck. Yes, it's at night. Don't mind all of this, but what have you guys been picking up recently? I love this part of the manga. manga hauls. It's not the same if I don't get to catch up with you guys too. Moving right along, we got the first 2 volumes of Real Account. Now, this one, surprisingly, when I picked this up in the vlog, a lot of you guys like, hey, Boogie, I like that series. Honestly, I picked this up because it sounded like a Black Mirror episode that I would totally watch. Our main character essentially finds himself addicted to social media. But the twist here that sort of makes this like a thriller mystery horror series is that our main character and roughly around like 10,000 other people get isekai'd into a world where essentially you lose followers and you die. I've been in like a One Piece mood recently. I don't know, maybe it's Film Red that has me hyped. And if you're in California, you might see me in a theater if you're around my area, because I'm probably going to go see it several times with different groups of friends. Even reading the manga over from like chapter 1, which is like an insane journey in and of itself. I definitely wanted to get the light novels. I knew that when volume 1 came out, it was really thin. I was going to wait for volume 2, and you know what? I'm glad I did, because look at the difference. Look at the difference between volume 1 and volume 2 here. I also picked up the Bleach light novel, volume 1. I am definitely interested to start this one once I start my binge read of Bleach in its entirety, so I'll let you know my thoughts and opinions on both of these light novel series as time progresses, most likely over on Twitter. There was also Yurusei Yatsuda, and hopefully I'm saying that one right, but this is a series done by Rumiko Takahashi. We've actually discussed one of her other series, Meisi Nikoku, in today's vlog. She's one of my favorite mangakas. I highly recommend checking out anything from her catalog, really. I did pick up Rooster Fighter Volume 1. I know a lot of you guys are going to meme on me from my collaboration with Viz Media, and it is pretty funny, but you know what? It was a wonderful experience for me. And for those of you that don't know, I did do a collaboration with Viz Media over the course of Comic-Con 2022, and it was a bucket list collaboration for me. Absolutely, I'm blessed to have these opportunities, and it was something that I will never forget. And I picked this one up, just Volume 1, as a memento for those times. I definitely just wanted to own Volume 1. I've already read this, but I picked this up just for the memories. And sometimes that's a beautiful thing about physical manga, is that it can hold memories, and you see it on the shelf, you can hold it, and you're going to remember those times. It's something that you can physically hold and shake those memories loose from the back of your mind someday in the near future or the far future. So yeah, good times. Okay, so this has been a phenomenal manga haul. I hope you like the new setup. You got to see a little bit of it at night, which is actually really fun. I got a box set, a bunch of series that I've been wanting to read for a long time, a bunch of series that I didn't expect that I would be collecting so soon. Hello, 3 volumes of Barakuman. That's freaking crazy. But I think I'm going to wrap things up here. So if you'd like to go ahead and support the channel, go ahead and mash that like button down below. It lets me know that you're watching at home, and I can continue to make more content just like this. And of course, as always, nothing has changed. If you'd like to stick around for more videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We would love to have you in the community. Once again, thank you to the fine folks over at GlassesUSA.com for sponsoring today's video, and links will always be down below in the description box. Now, I have a bunch of editing left to do. I'm recording this so late at night, so hopefully this video comes out on time. If it doesn't, you know why. But all right, I gotta go back to work. All right, bye.